Welcome to Never Forgotten, where Ashley pays tribute to extraordinary lives that continue to live on through memory and meaning. This channel honors beloved figures from film, music, culture, and beyond, reflecting on their impact, their achievements, and the inspiration they shared. Together, we remember their stories and celebrate legacies that time can never erase. 10 years ago, the hip-hop community said goodbye to one of its most unique and beloved voices, Malik Taylor, better known as Phife Dawg. As a member of A Tribe Called Quest, he brought a special energy that blended humor, honesty, and heart into every verse. While he was never the loudest presence in the room, his words always left a lasting impact. Through classic albums like The Low End Theory, Phife helped show the world that rap could be intelligent, soulful, and deeply personal. His clever rhymes and relatable stories connected with fans who saw pieces of their own lives in his music. A decade later, Phife Dawg's influence remains strong, and his voice continues to inspire new generations of artists and listeners. Patrick Mulun, the actor who became a familiar face during the 1990s, has passed away at the age of 57. Best remembered for his roles in Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives, Mulun captured audiences with his charm and strong screen presence. Reports state that he died at his Los Angeles home after suffering a suspected heart attack. His career also included a memorable role in the cult sci-fi film Starship Troopers, where he starred alongside Denise Richards. Beyond acting, Mulun continued exploring new opportunities in film and was involved in upcoming projects as both an actor and producer. Colleagues and fans remember him as a talented performer whose work helped define an era of television and cinema. His passing leaves a lasting impact on those who admired his journey. The entertainment community is mourning the loss of Kiki Shepard, who passed away at the age of 74. Leaving behind a legacy filled with warmth, kindness, and purpose. To many viewers, she was more than a television host. She was a comforting and familiar presence who brought genuine excitement and positivity wherever she appeared. As the longtime co-host of Showtime at the Apollo, Kiki celebrated countless performers, offering encouragement and helping shine a light on emerging talent. But her impact reached far beyond the stage. Through her Kayis Foundation, she dedicated herself to raising awareness and supporting people affected by sickle cell disease. Kiki's true legacy is found not only in her memorable career, but also in the compassion and hope she shared with so many lives. Baseball has lost a memorable figure with the passing of Holland, who died on July 4, 2026, at the age of 73 in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Known for his powerful presence on the mound, Holland became one of the most respected relief pitchers of his era. During his career with teams like the San Francisco Giants and Philadelphia Phillies, he earned recognition as one of the game's top closers, including the Rollade's Relief Man of the Year award. Fans will especially remember his important role in helping the Phillies capture the 1983 National League pennant and reach the World Series. Beyond the statistics, Holland's passion, determination, and impact on the game made him a player teammates and fans admired. His legacy remains a lasting part of baseball history. The world of classic television has lost a truly cherished performer. Joyce Randolph, best known as the lovable Trixie Norton from The Honeymooners, passed away peacefully at the age of 99 in Manhattan. Born Joyce Cirola in Detroit, she began her journey far from the spotlight, nurturing her passion for acting through theater and hard work. Her breakthrough came when Jackie Gleason discovered her talent, leading her to become part of one of television's most memorable shows. With her warmth, humor, and natural charm, Randolph brought Trixie Norton to life in a way that audiences connected with for generations. Beyond her iconic role, she was admired for her grace and dedication to her craft. As the last surviving member of The Honeymooners' main cast, she leaves behind a timeless legacy filled with laughter and affection. For more than 4 decades, Bruce Willis represented a rare kind of Hollywood hero, imperfect, witty, vulnerable, and unforgettable. Behind the famous smile and fearless characters was a man whose own life contained struggles more dramatic than any screenplay. His journey began with childhood challenges, transformed through determination and talent, and eventually reached a painful chapter that changed how the world viewed him. What many misunderstood as a decline was actually a deeply human story of courage, family, and sacrifice. This is the story of a performer who spent his life fighting fictional battles on screen while quietly facing personal battles away from the spotlight. The silent childhood that created a voice. Walter Bruce Willis entered the world in 1955 and grew up far from the glamour that would later define his name. Raised in a working-class environment in New Jersey, he experienced an ordinary childhood filled with everyday challenges, but one struggle shaped him more than anything else. Around the age of 9, Bruce developed a severe stutter that made communication extremely difficult. For a young boy full of thoughts, humor, and energy, the inability to express himself became a painful barrier between him and the world around him. School became especially difficult because children can be unforgiving toward anyone who seems different. Bruce faced teasing and embarrassment because of the way he spoke. Every conversation required enormous effort, and moments that should have been simple became stressful challenges. Instead of allowing this experience to completely defeat him, Bruce searched for another way to connect with people. Humor became his defense. When words failed him, physical comedy and personality allowed him to communicate. Making people laugh changed the dynamic around him. Instead of being the target of jokes, he learned how to create laughter on his own terms. This ability to turn weakness into strength became a pattern that followed him throughout his life. The most important discovery came during high school when he joined drama activities. When Bruce stepped onto a stage and became another character, something remarkable happened. His stutter disappeared. Acting gave him freedom because he was no longer trapped by fear or self-consciousness. The stage became the place where he could finally speak without hesitation. The child who once struggled to complete a sentence discovered that performance could unlock the confidence hidden inside him. Finding confidence through performance. Bruce's early experience with acting was not simply a career decision, it was a personal transformation. Drama gave him an identity beyond the limitations he felt during childhood. On stage, he was not the boy struggling to speak. He was someone capable of commanding attention, creating emotion, and making people listen. During high school, his confidence grew. He became involved in student activities and gained popularity because of his natural charm. Unlike traditional images of popularity built around athletic ability or social status, Bruce connected with people through humor and personality. The qualities that later made him famous were already developing: quick wit, playful confidence, and the ability to make others feel comfortable. After graduation, however, the path to Hollywood was far from immediate. Bruce did not move directly into a successful acting career. He worked regular jobs, including security work at a power plant and private investigation. These experiences exposed him to ordinary working life and gave him a perspective that would later influence his acting style. Eventually, the desire to perform became impossible to ignore. Bruce moved to New York City in the late 1970s, entering a world filled with talented performers chasing limited opportunities. The city was demanding, competitive, and often harsh. He lived modestly and struggled financially while searching for his chance. During this period, Bruce worked as a bartender, but he transformed the job into another form of performance. He entertained customers, told jokes, handled difficult situations, and developed the confident personality that would later define many of his characters. The bar became his unofficial stage. Every night helped him sharpen the timing, attitude, and humor that would eventually become his trademark. The long road before fame. Before becoming a worldwide star, Bruce Willis spent years experiencing rejection. Hollywood did not immediately recognize what made him special. Casting directors often looked for traditional leading men, and Bruce did not fit that image. He had a distinctive appearance, a rough edge, and a personality that felt different from the polished actors of the era. Many performers would have abandoned the dream under those circumstances. Bruce was approaching 30, an age when many aspiring actors considered their chances fading. He lacked the certainty that success would come, and the fear of returning to a normal working life remained a constant pressure. Yet his years of struggle prepared him for what came next. The rejection helped build resilience. The working-class background gave him authenticity. The years behind a bar taught him how to read people and connect with an audience. Every disappointment became part of the character he would eventually create. His opportunity arrived when he auditioned for the television series Moonlighting. The role required someone with charisma, humor, and unpredictability. Executives initially wanted a more conventional leading man, but Bruce brought something unexpected. He did not simply deliver lines. He gave the character a unique rhythm and energy. The audition changed everything. Despite doubts from people who believed he did not look like a traditional television star, Bruce earned the role. His performance introduced audiences to a new kind of leading man, confident but flawed, funny but vulnerable, charming but imperfect. The success of the series transformed him from an unknown actor into a household name. The same qualities that once made him different became the reasons audiences connected with him. The boy who struggled to find his voice had become one of the most recognizable voices in entertainment. The transformation into a television icon, Moonlighting, became a cultural sensation because Bruce Willis brought something unusual to television. His character was not simply a handsome hero. He was sarcastic, unpredictable, and human. Audiences responded because he felt like someone they might actually know, rather than an untouchable celebrity. The chemistry between Bruce and his co-star helped make the show memorable. Their constant tension and playful arguments created a dynamic that viewers found exciting. Bruce's ability to balance humor with emotional honesty became his greatest strength. His success on television led to fame beyond acting. He became a recognizable public figure, appearing in advertisements, music projects, and entertainment events. The transformation was dramatic. The young man who once worried that his speech would prevent him from being heard was suddenly everywhere. However, Hollywood often creates invisible boundaries. Television actors were traditionally not expected to become major movie stars. Bruce faced another challenge, proving that his success was not limited to the small screen. That opportunity came with a project that would define his career. When he was cast as John McClane in Die Hard, many people doubted the decision. Action heroes of the era were usually larger-than-life figures with overwhelming physical presence. Bruce seemed like an unusual choice. The skepticism only increased when the studio gave him a major salary and promoted a movie centered around him. Many believed the decision would fail. They saw him as a comedian rather than an action star. But Bruce's greatest advantage was that he brought something different. He created a hero who was not invincible. John McClane was scared, injured, exhausted, and emotionally vulnerable. He survived not because he was stronger than everyone else, but because he refused to give up. Creating the modern action hero Die Hard changed the action genre because Bruce Willis introduced a different type of hero. Instead of portraying a perfect warrior, he played an ordinary person forced into extraordinary circumstances. His character struggled, complained, and showed fear, but continued moving forward. This approach made audiences connect with him. Viewers did not see a distant superhero. They saw someone human. Bruce combined the humor he developed during his years in New York with the vulnerability he learned through personal struggles. The result was a character who felt authentic. The success of Die Hard was a turning point. The same industry that once questioned whether Bruce could lead an action movie now recognized him as one of Hollywood's biggest stars. His signature style became clear: a sarcastic remark in difficult situations, emotional honesty beneath confidence, and determination despite impossible odds. The film also changed public expectations of action heroes. Characters no longer needed to be completely fearless or physically perfect. They could be damaged, uncertain, and still heroic. Bruce helped redefine what strength looked like. His career entered a new phase. He was no longer trying to prove himself. He had become one of the most valuable performers in the entertainment industry. But success brought new pressures, and the challenges of fame would soon become another battle. Fame, family, and the pressure of stardom. During the 1990s, Bruce Willis reached extraordinary levels of fame. His career expanded through major films, and he became one of the most recognizable actors in the world. His relationship with actress Demi Moore created one of Hollywood's most famous couples. Together, they represented a powerful combination of success, beauty, and celebrity. Despite their fame, Bruce and Demi wanted a more normal life for their family. They moved away from the constant attention of Hollywood and tried to provide stability for their children. They wanted their daughters to experience life beyond cameras and public attention. However, fame rarely allows complete privacy. The attention followed them, and maintaining a personal life under constant observation became difficult. The pressures of celebrity affected their relationship, and eventually they divorced. What made their separation unusual was the way they handled it. Instead of becoming bitter enemies, Bruce and Demi remained supportive of each other and continued working together as parents. Their ability to maintain respect showed a different side of Hollywood relationships. Professionally, Bruce also faced challenges. Not every creative decision succeeded. Some projects received harsh criticism, and people began questioning his choices. Yet his willingness to take risks eventually led to one of his greatest career recoveries. His role in Pulp Fiction reminded audiences of his talent. Instead of relying only on action, he embraced a darker, more complex character. The performance helped restore his reputation and proved that he was capable of more than one type of role. A career filled with reinvention. After Pulp Fiction, Bruce Willis entered another remarkable period of success. He appeared in major films that showcased different aspects of his talent. He could lead action movies, dramatic stories, and unusual creative projects. In The Sixth Sense, he delivered one of his most respected performances. The role required restraint rather than explosive energy. Bruce portrayed a character defined by sadness and emotional complexity. He showed that his abilities extended far beyond the confident action persona audiences associated with him. The success of these films proved that Bruce's appeal was not based only on physical action. His greatest strength was his ability to make audiences care about imperfect people facing difficult situations. As the entertainment industry changed, however, the idea of the traditional movie star began to shift. Large franchises and new styles of filmmaking became increasingly dominant. Bruce continued working, but the public perception of him slowly changed. Some people interpreted his quieter public personality as arrogance or boredom. Interviews became less energetic, and his relationship with the media became more distant. Observers assumed he had lost interest, but they did not understand what was happening privately. The changes that people noticed were not simply about attitude or career choices. Behind the scenes, Bruce was beginning to experience struggles that would later become clear. The person who once depended on language, timing, and memory was facing challenges with the very abilities that built his career. The misunderstood final years of acting. Beginning in the 2010s, Bruce Willis appeared in many smaller films, and public reaction became increasingly negative. Audiences noticed that his roles were shorter and his performances seemed different. Many assumed he was simply accepting projects for financial reasons. The criticism became intense. People questioned why an actor with such an important legacy would participate in films that did not match the quality of his earlier work. They viewed the situation as a decline caused by poor choices. What the public did not know was that Bruce was facing a serious personal challenge. The changes in his performances were connected to difficulties that were becoming harder to hide. His ability to memorize lines and communicate effectively was being affected. Production teams adapted around him. Scripts were adjusted, scenes were simplified, and support was provided to help him continue working. What appeared from the outside to be a lack of effort was actually a sign of a much deeper struggle. The situation revealed an important lesson about judging people without understanding their circumstances. Fans saw the final product, but did not see the private reality behind it. Bruce was not simply stepping away from his legacy. He was trying to remain active while facing a condition that threatened his career and independence. The diagnosis that changed everything. In 2022, Bruce Willis's family announced that he had been diagnosed with aphasia, a condition affecting communication abilities. The announcement changed how people viewed the final years of his career. Suddenly, many confusing moments made sense. The difficulty with dialogue, the shorter appearances, and the changes in performance were no longer signs of carelessness. They were connected to a medical reality that neither Bruce nor his family had shared publicly at the time. The news was especially meaningful because communication had always been central to Bruce's identity. As a child, he struggled to speak. As an actor, his voice and timing became his greatest tools. The same ability that helped him overcome his childhood challenge was now being affected again. Later, the diagnosis was clarified as frontotemporal dementia, a condition that affects areas of the brain involved in behavior, communication, and personality. The announcement brought greater understanding of the challenges Bruce and his family were facing. The public reaction shifted from criticism to compassion. Many people who had judged him recognized that they had misunderstood his situation. The story was no longer about a famous actor losing his way. It became a story about a person facing a difficult illness with dignity. A family united through love. Bruce Willis's family became the center of his life during this challenging period. His wife Emma, his former wife Demi, and his daughters came together to support him with compassion and protection. Their unity showed that family can remain strong even through painful circumstances. Instead of focusing only on the loss of his career, they focused on preserving his comfort, dignity, and happiness. His daughters shared their experiences of adjusting to a new reality. They described the emotional difficulty of watching someone they loved change while still recognizing the person they knew. Their stories revealed the complicated nature of caring for someone with a progressive condition. The family also used their public platform to bring awareness to dementia and support others experiencing similar situations. Their openness helped people understand that illness affects families from every background. Bruce's story became less about fame and more about human connection. The same man who entertained millions now received strength from the people closest to him, the quiet moments behind the spotlight. Today, Bruce Willis's life is far removed from Hollywood premieres and action scenes. His family shares glimpses of quieter moments filled with music, affection, and simple happiness. The world no longer sees the fearless action hero, but those close to him continue to see the person they love. Moments of recognition, smiles, and connection remain deeply meaningful. Friends who visit him describe a man changed by illness, but still carrying pieces of the personality that made him special. The humor, energy, and warmth that defined him may appear differently now, but his presence remains important to those around him. His situation reminds people that identity is not only built through achievements. A person's value exists beyond productivity, fame, or public recognition. The legacy beyond movies. Bruce Willis's legacy cannot be measured only by box office success, awards, or famous characters. His greatest contribution was changing how audiences understood heroes. He showed that heroes could be afraid, injured, uncertain, and still courageous. His characters reflected ordinary people trying to survive extraordinary situations. Beyond entertainment, his life story represents perseverance. He overcame childhood struggles, professional rejection, and personal challenges. Each stage required adaptation and determination. His career also demonstrates the power of authenticity. Bruce never fit the traditional image of a perfect movie star, and that difference became his greatest strength. Remembering the man behind the roles. The most meaningful way to remember Bruce Willis is not through the difficult moments at the end of his career. It is through the decades of work, humor, and emotion he shared with audiences. He remains the man who turned vulnerability into strength, who transformed a childhood obstacle into confidence, and who created characters that continue to inspire viewers. The illness that changed his life cannot erase the impact he made. Movies preserve moments forever, allowing audiences to revisit the performances that define generations. Bruce Willis's story is ultimately not only about fame or decline. It is about resilience, love, and the importance of standing by the people who matter most. A final reflection on courage and humanity. Bruce Willis spent much of his career portraying people who refused to surrender. In his own life, he demonstrated a different kind of courage, accepting vulnerability and allowing others to support him. His final chapter is not defined by what was lost, but by what remains. The love of his family, the memories created through his work, and the connection he built with audiences continue. The boy who once struggled to speak found a voice that reached millions. Even as illness changed that voice, the meaning behind it remains. Bruce Willis's journey reminds us that true strength is not about being invincible. It is about facing uncertainty with dignity, accepting love, and leaving behind something that continues to matter.